Hello everybody and welcome to week 1 of the Atlanta Falcons franchise as we open up with rookie quarterback, former Heisman Trophy winner Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. Kickoff next.
It's the National Football. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the
I thought he was gone. Here we get a first look at the number 1 overall pick. Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young.
The first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders to the 27-yard line.
Former Eagles great, Miles Sanders.
Frank Reich making his debut as Panthers head coach. He's tapped Bryce Young to get the nod here on opening day. And I think nowadays, Charles, if you're the number 1 overall pick, the expectation is that you're going to be running the show right from the start.
I agree with that totally, and I support it because if I'm drafting guy number 1, I'm going to do everything possible to get him ready to go right out of the gate. And it has worked out fairly well for the last 3 guys who are in that position. Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, and Trevor Lawrence. All 3 have led their teams to the playoffs, with Burrow getting his team to the Super Bowl.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Sanders. Oh, fighting off the defender.
Big tackle, boys. Come on, one more.
Shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. No
Big stop. Let's go.
What to do now on fourth and goal? So Young will have
Great hold, boys. Great hold.
on his Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Odell Patterson, hello. Here we get a look at the second-year quarterback out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ritter.
Second season, Charles. It's Desmond Ritter.
The Falcons got a lot of good offensive weapons here with rookie running back Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts.
He is their quarterback of the future.
Will Desmond be able to get the ball to those weapons?
At the 34. Going play action. Ritter. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And we get a look now at the 2023 draft class for the Falcons. And let's push the first-round running back debate to the side for now, CD. And just agree on this. Bijan Robinson, very special prospect at the position and a massive addition to the... Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Following the interception, Young. And down he goes. They sack him back right around
Huge
the
sack.
41-yard line. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Great old day.
Pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Anything there with a bomb.
Kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it.
Kyle Pitts just could not get out of his route.
What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Watch out now.
On third down, Robinson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 6-0 our score after 1. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Taking it about the 36. 12 yards
tackle
on
by
the
the
return
punt.
that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy.
And now this is intercepted. My
Big
goodness.
pick. Let's go.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. When the rookie QB
Michael Hughes, first turnover of the year.
in the trophy case, first career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn?
Here's a diving catch right side. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and you know you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a
You just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
Right. Check.
Robinson, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Check pink, yellow, line, switch, yellow.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. There he goes, right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A first down throw for Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was my guy.
That wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. That throw by Young incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Young is set to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Young running the option left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst from 3 yards out. And the
Hayden Hurst against his former team.
Extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw complete to Hollins. They'll get to the line here, but remember,
Former Eagle great Mac Hollins, also a South Jersey native.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets it
Not a South Jersey native, I apologize. He's a former North Carolina Tar Heel who roomed with a former South Jersey native.
Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Yellow, on the ball.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Young. He's got it for a
I literally do not know how to play defense. It's unbelievable.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Here we go.
At the 27-yard line.
6, mega. Hut.
It's Young on first down. He completes this one to Mingo. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, Young. Down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To the air once more, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
It's going to be a long year.
And the route is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
3 for 10, 29 yards, 3 picks. What a first half.
As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Shouting defenders at the 15. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Desmond Ritter and the Atlanta offense set to go once more. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And some room to work. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Ritter. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ritter. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen
Wow.
on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. But he has been a workhorse.
We're gonna bury this
for them in
tape,
this
not even
game,
watch it.
And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Young on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down by about a yard.
Hi, friend. We're getting
to
destroyed right now.
Another completion there. We think
You may not want to watch it. It's a bloody murder.
Selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross. Zone coverage there. And they were
Great
playing
athleticism.
deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And
My guy again.
good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
Here we go. 1st down, Panthers.
New strategy. Only use defensive linemen.
Young working out of the gun. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he got blown
Let's
up.
go, Calais
Losing
Campbell.
yardage on
Bang,
the play
bang.
back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Young. He's got his target.
Doesn't matter.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Gain of 20. And the Panther 1st
10
down.
cycles. Hut, hut.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Meanwhile, Young throw complete there to Thomas. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Again, it's Young. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Ready, go. Hut, hut.
Young off the bootleg. That's complete out right to the tight end Trimble. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports.
Ready up.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready.
Young on third down. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up fourth down. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for, because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Check white. Smith red. Black swap. Set go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That throw by Young incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Falcons now. It's been a tough go for them, and it's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Ritter from the gun, rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Dances by him. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Ready?
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. Ritter with it after the play fake. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late.
You heard it here first. The Atlanta Falcons will win the NFC South and win a playoff game. Guaranteed.
Second and 10 now. It's Ritter. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Ritter throwing on third down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
Fourth down, big play. Here's Ritter. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh...
Sure is, and we are getting absolutely rocked right now.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And able to surge forward for about 5
Finished my Rangers season with 102 wins, and the first we got a bye. We play the Indians.
Just 2 minutes
And
remaining
the playoffs will be starting probably next week.
A one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Ball sits on the 10, second and 5. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be brought down
Cowboys fan, right?
3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity.
Boys are looking good.
Usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Not the first and goal play.
How about the Rangers this weekend? I hope they win the iOS.
Robinson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard.
In Madden, I'm playing with the Falcons, Eagles, Bengals, Bears, and either the Bills or the Jets. And the Chargers or the Broncos, I'm not sure yet.
Ritter to throw it. Bind, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. On one of the linebackers.
That's the way this game's been going.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. Opposite. Green, blue, check.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Like I said, Falcons will win the NFC South and win a playoff game. That is guaranteed.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in